All right, we are here at State Duals, one of the highlighted events of the entire season. Duals have always been my favorite format of competition. I think it brings out the most just authentic team experience where you're 14 guys versus our 14 guys, and we're gonna let the fur fly. And we're really excited about the opportunity to be here once again. We pulled the 2 seed. Grand Island is on the other side as the 1 seed. Really, our path is probably gonna mirror our Flatwater Fracas path for us to win this tournament. We'll start with Norfolk. If we get past Norfolk, more than likely Kearney in the semis, and if we get past them, it'll more than likely be Grand Island in the finals. So we've done it before, but that doesn't mean that you're guaranteed anything. We've got to just take it one match at a time, and we're looking forward to just competing today and getting better and enjoying the experience together as a family and as a team.
You guys came out expecting to put it on that team, which there's one side of that's good. Like, you guys came out intense. You came out with a super high level of fight. There's another side of that is a little bit slightly dangerous, I'll say. Like, I'm not a huge fan of, there's a lot of talk of like visualization in sports. I'm not really a huge fan of that because, in my opinion, if you go out with like this certain set of expectations of the way that you think that things are or you expect the match to go this way, as soon as it starts to not go that way, that can start to get unsettling, right? The scariest guy to wrestle is the guy who is unshakable in all circumstances. Referee makes a bad call, you act like you don't even notice it. Guy punches you in the face, you act like you don't even notice that your foot's back on the line. That's the scariest guy to wrestle because he is unshakable in all circumstances and he is focused on the wrestling at all times. So that's going to be crucial for us as we go throughout the day today, is to be unshakable in all circumstances and focus on the wrestling at all times, okay? Proud of your fight, that duel. Nice job.
Let's go, boys. Let's get the next one.
of excellent individual efforts, which makes for an excellent team effort. Things like Will Manning fighting off of his back, okay? Right? Fighting, and I'm not calling anybody out here who got pinned. I've been pinned before. Sometimes there's times where somebody gets you locked up in something tight. But fighting off of your back is one of the biggest things you can do to display effort for your team, right? And so what does Will do? He fights off his back, and next thing you know, it's a dogfight. It's a dogfight, and then Will keeps pressing the action, comes out with a huge pin, right? So overall, great individual effort. There were some things that, like at the end of some matches, that we need to clean up. There's moments where we had a couple guys, and we'll talk to those guys individually maybe, but it's good to talk as a team about this. Like Coach Rutledge always says, celebrations are genuine, right? If it's not genuine, it's not really meaningful. If you're doing something that is like for show or to put the other team down, right, then that's not a meaningful celebration. But if you get frustrated at the end of the match, you got to keep your composure, right? Or anytime, you got to keep your composure. Because like we've talked about, we're fighting for every single team point in these duels. So not keeping your composure, that can cost us a team point, which can be huge in a tight duel.
We have to, you have to stop the trying to punk the wrestler that you're wrestling. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. And I live, like, you guys live in a different age than Coach McCurry and I did. I get that, right? There's Instagram reels and all these guys are doing this or that. But the point of sports is not to punk the guy that you're wrestling. The point of sports is to make you the best man possible. And when you're trying to punk your opponent, you're doing the opposite of that, right? I loved, Coach McCurdy and I were talking, I love the fact that 10 minutes before the duel started, you guys were out there talking to Kearney. That's what makes athletics great. You can be friends with your opponents, and then you have a knockout, drag-out war like we just had, and then you shake hands at the end. Because Kearney's better because of that duel, and we're better because of that duel. So it's gotta stop. Stop living for the Instagram reels and start living for the family and everyone else that's in the sport, because we're all the same. We're all the same. We're seeking for excellence. And speaking of excellence, that was an impressive showing by 14 guys. I know some of you are disappointed right now and you've got your heads down, but guess what? We've got another opportunity for you, and we picked you up. Guys on the team found a way to pick you up. Will Manning, huge win. Cooper Jung forgot the fact that he was supposed to lose to the number 2 ranked guy, and he went out and put him on his back, right? We did some incredible things. Leland Sindel, at the end of that match, it was a meaningless takedown, okay? 30 seconds left, I asked him, go challenge yourself, and I want you to end the match on top. And he worked hard to get a takedown, and he found a turn on transition at the end, and he picked up, and he turned a meaningless moment, a meaningless takedown, into something meaningful because he built his heart, he built his courage, so that in 2 weeks from now, when he's tired and it doesn't look like he can get a takedown, he's been there, right? He can go out there and do it again. Awesome job, great effort across the board, and let's go finish this thing, okay? Listen, it's every single match. It's 14 guys. I love the team. I thought we won on the bench, we won on the mat, we won everywhere. Clean up, punking your athlete, or punking your opponent.
Just to clarify, right? Like, just to give some examples of, like, Will Manning, that's a genuine celebration. He was genuinely jacked up after his win. Matty Marco was genuinely jacked up after his win, right? An emotional flex for being pumped after the match. Like, that's not who we're trying to call out. That's a good celebration. If you're doing something that is trying to, like, make fun of your opponent or point toward the other team, right? You want your opponent to be at their best. The most meaningful win you can have is when you beat the guy when he's at his best, right? That's the most meaningful win there is. You don't want your opponent's downfall. You want to beat them when they're at their best. That's the most meaningful win you can have, okay? Let's go get this finals match. Let's go.
Let's get it, boys. Come on. so proud of each and every one of you and your contributions to Lincoln East Wrestling. This is a historic day. This is the first time we've ever won a state duals championship. It's my favorite competition. This tournament's my favorite competition. So to come out on top in such dominating fashion, and it's unpredictable, right? Like guys that won last time, lost this time, and guys that lost last time, won this time. You guys are truly a family, and you're truly there for each other. Awesome performance. I just want to spotlight Leland Sindel in a loss. Guys, there is probably nothing that I love more in 6 minutes than watching Leland Sindel wrestle that kid, because he produces phenomenal wrestling, and there's not a second that he doesn't stop trying to score points and win positions. And it's not about the wins, it's not about the outcome, it's about how you're using each experience on the mat to better yourself for the next time, to better yourself as a man. And I thought we did that today. I thought you all did an outstanding job of picking each other up and building momentum off each other, and could not be more proud of this team. This team is a truly special team. But the best part about it is we're not done. And we still get to go home, and we got to go back to the drawing board and get back for the next 2 weeks and find ways to turn some of these results back around in our favor. All right, so let's get back to work on Monday. So proud of you guys.
Guys, awesome job. Super proud of you guys. You know, I could tell at the beginning of the day that you guys wanted to win this one bad, and I appreciate that that desire. That being said, like, there's times, right, where if you focus on the outcome, you can kind of wrestle a little tight sometimes, right? And there were moments where we did that today, but the moments where we wrestled tight, we made up for it in team passion, right? You guys were behind each other all day long, right? And because of that, as a team, we were able to compete fearlessly, collectively in every single duel that we wrestled today. We had some impressive wins today. But when I think about that, I think that's a lesson that we can learn as we go into districts and state here is we have to try to not, as hard as it is, you have to try to not focus on the outcome and compete fearlessly every single match. If you don't focus on whether or not you're going to win or lose, you can go out and throw the kitchen sink, right? Somebody that I want to highlight that I think just really does that well is Noah Ingerson. Very rarely have I ever heard Noah make an excuse for losing a match. And that's the kind of mentality that you want to take into every single match is it doesn't matter what's going to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and throw everything I've got at this guy. And when you do that, like Colton Tucker did in that last match, you're not worried about if the guy beat you last time, right? That guy beat Colton last time. But Colton came out and said, hey, I'm going to freaking lift this guy and throw him on his head, all right? Awesome performance today. Proud of you guys. Excellent performance.
Family on three.
1, 2, 3, family!
Let's go, boys. Good job.
Going in that match, I knew that if I won, I sealed the deal. And I knew I lost my match before that, so I was trying to bounce back from that. And I was trying to stay in a good mindset, not think so much about the outcome. I was trying to just tell myself that in the grand scheme of things, this match, it doesn't really matter. Like down later in life, this match won't matter. So I just went out there, I wrestled because I love wrestling. So I think that really helped me in my mindset going to that match. Got the pin and sealed the door.
Yes.